everyone, welcoming you to the very first episode of the Metaphor Club. And I am really glad to welcome everyone to the first episode of Metaphor Club. It is our first ever podcast, our first ever official shoot, if I would say exactly. It's our first ever official shoot where we have set up everything to shoot this podcast. And I would love to welcome our first ever guest on our podcast, Mrs. Amrita Das, the writer of Distance Darling, a brilliant teacher, and also the writer of Ria, The Lost Soul. So, ma'am, thank you so much, Anusha, for calling me to the Metaphor Club. I'm glad that I am the first one guest. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I would like to ask you a question, a very simple one actually, because as I described you as a teacher and an author, but of course, you have done a lot in your life and you have a lot to achieve in your life. So, other than these two names for yourself, what are the other adjectives or other professions that you would want to relate to your name? Actually, there are many what positions of a woman, as I say, mother to my students, mother to my son. So basically, after teacher and writer, I can say I'm a very energetic mother. Energetic mother is a very because every mother is so much energetic. Yes, obviously. Without that energy, we can't do it. All the works. Nowadays, it is a complete disaster. Yes. So of course, we are like every woman after becoming a mother has to become energetic. Yes. So yeah. So, what would you like suggest to all the mothers if, like, as you said, you are a mother and in fact a very energetic one. So, what would you suggest to all the mothers who are also working, managing their household, managing themselves? So, how can they take out time for themselves, their hobbies and their talents? Actually, definitely, it is a matter of thinking that it's ଆମ ମାନଙ୍କର ଏଜ୍ ଗ୍ରୁପର ପିଲାମାନେ ଲାଇକ୍ ମିଲେନିୟଲ୍ସ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଦେ ଆର୍ ମିନ୍ସ ଦେ ଆର୍ ଅଲୱେଜ ଥିଙ୍କିଂ ଅବାଉଟ୍ ଅଦର୍ସ ମାନେ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ କଥା ବାପାଙ୍କ କଥା ଶାଶୁ ଶ୍ୱଶୁରଙ୍କ କଥା ତ they brought up in that way childhood ରୁ they have been brought up in that way they are not thinking about themselves so at a point of time we have to think about ourselves of course because we have some hidden qualities so we have to explore them and also before completing our journey in the world we have to do something for ourselves. Yes, exactly, that's a really insightful answer. As you said that millennials are different from Gen Z, um how do you think that is possible? Because I mean, I also have a millennial mother, right? So basically ମୁଁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଗଲେ ମୁଁ ତ ଗୋଟେ ମତେ ତ ଗୋଟେ millennial ମା ପାଳିଛି. Even you yourself brought up your son as a millennial. How are we so different even after being brought up by millennials? I think you got freedom. Okay. Because we in our childhood we have not got that kind of freedom. Means like if I say my experience, whatsoever I wanted to do in my childhood, there are lots of restrictions, lots of questions. Why? How? What's the reason? Why do you want to do it? Yes. But if I will now see my son, how he's means going, everything is doing. I have given him a lot of freedom. Whatever he wants to do, he is doing now. This is the benefit being a millennial mother. Each and every millennial mother nowadays, they are giving freedom and they are so much friendly to their children. That's the reason. You can say anything easily to your parents. As my son can say anything to me. But whenever I was at his age, like when I was in college and all, that time we had the fear. We scared to say anything to our parents, to your means with your parents. That's the reason. Yeah, personally, I would also say this is possible because, as ma'am herself said, that ki millennials are the generation who always think about others. So it is quite literal and very evident that we get freedom that they didn't had. So, um, ma'am, I also would like to ask you one thing, that what made you choose your career as a teacher? Like, why exactly a teacher? You write so well. You could have, since the beginning, you could have thought of becoming a writer. Actually, what happened nowadays, as I have told you, you got the millennial parents, so that you have lots of opportunities. Like you can share your things to your parents. So whenever I was a student like you in the college, so that time I got married. Oh, okay. At the age of 18. So there was no one in my life to guide me what to do or what not to do. Understood. So whatever the means thing, like if you say me why you have chosen this career as a teacher, so I would have been a writer before many years, because I started writing from my college days when I was in class 12th. I started writing, but that time I got married suddenly after 1 year. So marriage means at the age means like now you are at that similar age. Yes. You think you Yes, have the responsibility of a family, and you have to manage your means after 1 2 years I have a baby. So then the life was not like that. I what to choose or what not to choose. I don't, because whenever You that didn't have a choice. Yes. So gradually ଯେତେବେଳେ ମତେ feel ହେଲା କି like ନାଇଁ I have to do something for myself, because ମତେ ଛୋଟ ବେଳୁ means when I was in college, I literally wanted to become a lecturer. Lecturer, yes. I inspired I got the inspiration from my lecturers, the lady lecturers. One English teacher, Tisri ma'am. So I got very much inspiration from her, that how she managed everything. I was means I dreamed of to be a lecturer, but as everything circumstances was not there to means like suddenly having all the responsibility at very young age to manage the family, to manage a child. So later on, when my son grown up, so then I opt for this, because lecturer I that time I could not have got some opportunity over there, so that's why I chose that teachership. I got opportunity over there, become a teacher in a school. So then I just opt for that. So if in future you would have to choose writing or teaching, what would you choose? Actually, my teaching career already almost 17 years. Huh. It is already over 17 years already crossed. So definitely after maximum 10 years and all, no, not after. Right now, if I'd ask you that if you choose writing, you'll be a successful writer, or if you choose teaching, then you'll be a successful teacher. What would you choose? Like, which one would you enjoy for the rest of your life? Um, Actually, both I can enjoy, because Of course. Because I'm a very good teacher. As a means my I think it's not very good, but I have done my job. Okay. And writing nowadays I'm starting, so I would choose be a successful writer now, because already I'm successful in teaching. As a teacher. So you would love to be a successful writer Yes. for rest of your life Yes. ahead. Because this career started just now. Within 2 years only I started, only 2 books I have written. So now I want to become a successful writer, because already I have achieved that one. Successful teacher for 17 years. Served many schools, different schools, and also I have many children there. They have already successfully they have got different means they have choose their different careers. So you have seen everyone becoming older and growing in their lives, so it must be. So how I just asking, how does it feel seeing your students doing so well in their life? Yes, it is. I felt very happy. Sometimes some children they met me. They are now working on TCS. Some they have it's like they have chosen their career as doctor, different professions. So feel so proud that as we all know that teachers created all the professions. So whenever they are getting the success, so we feel proud as a teacher that yes, we have served something very good to them. Yes. So as we have seen a lot of backbenchers nowadays, in fact, I am friends with a lot of backbenchers. They all think that they will be apparently very successful in their life, or does not matter if they study now or not, but they do have that thought in their back of the mind that yeah, we will be very successful in life. So have you ever seen that scene happening with you, that you did not really appreciate the student really well because that student was a backbencher or was never listening to you, but he or she did something really nice in their life? Uh, yes, definitely, because if I will say teaching or learning, it is a process. It can give you like what it can give you the insight what to do, but it is not your destiny, no. So yes, whatever you are going to do, it is all your hard work and effort. So those children, I never means what I never like scolding the backbencher. As much as I know, no, you have I never because I appreciate everyone because it is life is not about to only to score marks. Even I also advise many parents in the PTM in the school PTMs that why you are only running behind the marks. Marks is not the final character means like certificate of the children. The children they have their insights. They can do anything whatever their choice accordingly by the growing time. Like many children I have seen they are not good at studies but they are good at sports. They are good at anything else. They're good at painting. They are good at writing. So let them do choose their character like different characters they have. They have they're not only meant to have, score good marks. So backbenchers I never scolded or I always appreciate them. Not like that. I always try to find out whatever you want to do. You just find out yourself. Within yourself, what is the quality you have? What you want to do? Riya, though it is of course a novel, so all the chapters, all the characters are somehow interlinked to everyone. But ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଡାର୍ଲିଂ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଡାର୍ଲିଂ ଇଜ୍ ଇଫ୍ ଯିଏ ପଢି ନାହାନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁବି it is a poem compilation. So there are many poems in there related to different types of love, like different types of emotions you feel towards love. So ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲେଖିଥିଲେ distance darling ସେତେବେଳେ exactly like of course when you write something you feel like there might be या तो real life रे किछि चालछि या तो imaginary world ମାନେ actually ये भी poetry लिखନ୍ତି it is all about that कि sometimes किछि situationsଥାଏ emotions को नेकी basically ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ upset हे जाए कि किछि ଗୋଟେ ସେମିତି life ର situationsଥାଏ ତ ମୁଁ ଲେଖେ poetry so distance darling exactly as it is ଗୋଟେ love poem compilation हाँ love poem तो obviously ମାନେ different sets of love रे अछि ଆଉ କିଛି situations of life also अछि ମାନେ ତା देहरे ଗୋଟେ poetry अछि loneliness ତ ସେଥିରେ ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ଏକୁଟିଆ ବସିଲା ବେଳେ ସେ କେମିତି metaphorically ମାନେ ତା loneliness को ନିଜର ମାନେ beloved ବନେଇ ଦଉଛି ତ like sometimes like what ଆମକୁ ଆଉ କିଛି ବି ଭଲ ଲାଗେନି କେହି ବି ଭଲ ଲାଗନ୍ତିନି ସେଇଥିରେ ଆମେ କମ୍ଫର୍ଟେବଲ ସହିତ ହିଁ ଆମେ କମ୍ଫର୍ଟେବଲ ହେଇଯାଏ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡାକ ଯୋଉ ଗୁଡାକ ମାନେ ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ସ କୁ ନେଇକି ହିଁ ଅଛି ସେଥିରେ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ନାଇଁ କି ଖାଲି ଲଭ୍ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଅଛି ହଁ ଅଛି ମିନ୍ସ ଲାଇକ୍ ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଯେମିତି କି ଦ ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଡାର୍ଲିଂ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଟାଇଟଲ୍ ଇଟସେଲ୍ଫ ଲଭ୍ ବିଟୱିନ୍ ଓशियन एंड स्काई जोटा केबे भी ସେମାନେ ଏକାଠି ହେଇପାରିବେନି ବିକଜ ବଟ୍ ଆଫ୍ଟର ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଅଲସो ଦେ ଲଭ୍ ଇଚ୍ ଅଦର ସେମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ହରାଇଜନରେ ଯାଇକି ମିଶି ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉଠି ଆମକୁ ସେ ଲାଇନ ଟା ପୁରା ମାନେ ମିକ୍ସ ଲାଗେ ତ ସେମିତି ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ସେଟ୍ସ ଅଫ ଲଭ୍ ରେ ବି ଅଛି ଆଉ କିଛି ହ୍ୟୁମାନ ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ସ ର ଅଛି ଆଉ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଲେଖିଥିଲି ଡେଷ୍ଟିନି ଆଣ୍ଡ ଡିଜାୟାର ତ ଡେଷ୍ଟିନି ଆଣ୍ଡ ଡିଜାୟାର ମିନ୍ସ ଲାଇକ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ଅଲୱେଜ ରିମେନ୍ ଇନ୍ ଦ ପ୍ୟାରାଲାଲ ଲାଇନ୍ ଦେ ନେଭର ବି ଇଣ୍ଟରସେକ୍ଟ କାହିଁକି ନା ଡେଷ୍ଟିନି ଆଉ ଡିଜାୟାର କେବେ ବି କେତେ ସାରା ହ୍ୟୁମାନ ବିଙ୍ଗ୍ସ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଯେତେ ସାରା ୱାର୍ଲଡ ରେ ଦେ ଆର୍ ନଟ୍ ରିଏଲି ହ୍ୟାପି ୱିଥ୍ ଦେୟାର ଲାଇଫ୍ ଇଚ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଏଭ୍ରିୱାନ୍ କାହାର ନା କାହାର କିଛି ନା କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ସ ଲାଇଫ୍ ରେ ଅଛି ହଁ ତ ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ କିଏ ମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଯାହା ଇଚ୍ଛା କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଟା ପାଉନାହାନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କର ଡେଷ୍ଟିନି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ୱେ ରେ ହିଁ ନେଇକି ଯାଉଛି ହଁ ତ ପୋଏମ୍ କମ୍ପାଇଲେସନ ଇଜ କ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟ ଆଉ ଏଟା ବହୁତ ଟାଇମ୍ ଟେକିଂ प्रोज तो आमे गोटे फ्लो रे लिखि परिबा
एग्जैक्टली स्टोरी को
इंटरमिंगल करे लिखि परिबा बट प्रोज इज कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट प्रोज पे बहुत टाइम भी लगे एंड मते भी डिस्टेंस रे लिखिया बहुत टाइम माने more than 2-3 years ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ poetry ସବୁ ଲେଖି ରଖିଥିଲି ତାକୁ କମ୍ପାଇଲ୍ କରି
okay हाँ so it was a poetry like over the time period not like in ବସିକି ଗୋଟେ
ନାଇଁ ବସିକି ଏମିତି ଲେଖି ହବନି ମାନେ ତମକୁ ପୁଣି ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ସ ଦରକାର ତ ମୋର କଣ ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ସାରା ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଲେଖିଛି ଯୋଉଟା ବେସ୍ଡ ଅନ୍ ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ସ କିଛି ସାରା ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଗୋଟେ ମୁଭି ଦେଖିଲା ପରେ ବି ଗୋଟେ ଇମୋସନ୍ସ
ଇଭୋକ୍ ହୁଏ ହଁ
ତ ସେଇ ଇଭୋକିଂ କୁ ନେଇକିନା ବି ଗୋଟେ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ତ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଅଲ୍ अबाउट दैट poetry compilation is quite difficult than prose mu to कहबी
okay so आपको like what's your thought about कि what can express your thoughts better poetry or prose
thoughts express actually I think poetry ମୋ ହିସାବରେ poetry କାହିଁକିନା poetry ତମର different thoughts କୁ ନେଇକି ଗୋଟେ compilation ହେଇଥାଏ poetry prose କଣ ତମେ ଗୋଟେ flow ରେ ଗୋଟେ story କୁ ନେଇକି ତାକୁ ଆଗକୁ ମାନେ settings କୁ ତାର plot କୁ ନେଇକି ତମେ build up କରିପାରିବ but poetry different emotions କୁ ନେଇକି ନା ହୁଏ not a single kind of emotion ତମର different situations of life ଆଉ sometimes ଆମେ other situations କୁ ନେଇକି ବି poetry ଲେଖିବା ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ poetry is like it is all difficult and quite complex
so as of course ସବୁ poet କର ଗୋଟେ first point ଥାଏ ଯୋଉ they write like the first poem that they write ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର first poem ଟା କୋଉ topic ଉପରେ ଥିଲା କି କୋଉ language ରେ ଥିଲା
ମୁଁ actually ମାନେ first ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲେଖିଲି ମୁଁ ମୋ college life 12th ରେ ହିଁ ଲେଖିବା start କରିଥିଲି ସେତେବେଳର ବହୁତ ସାରା ଜିନିଷ ଏବେ ବି ନାହିଁ ମୋ ପାଖରେ କାହିଁକି ନା ମୁଁ ସେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ଆମର ଥାଏ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମ ବେଳେ ତ ମୋବାଇଲ ଫୋନ ବଗେରା ସବୁ ନଥିଲା ତ ଆମେ ଫ୍ରି ଟାଇମରେ କଣ କରୁନା କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ବସିକି ଲେଖୁ ତ ମୁଁ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଲେଖିବା ସେବେଠୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିଥିଲି ମୋ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଥିଲା ଗୋଟେ ମୁଁ ଏମିତି ଝରକା ସାଇଡରେ ବସିଥିଲି ଘରେ ଦେନ୍ ମୁଁ ବାହାରକୁ ଦେଖିଲି ଗୋଟେ ରାଗ ପିକର ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ଝିଅଟେ ସେ ମାନେ ଗାର୍ବେଜ ରୁ କିଛି କିଛି ଖୋଜିକିନା ତାର ବ୍ୟାଗ ରେ ରଖୁଛି ତ ତା ଲାଇଫ କୁ ମୁଁ ମାନେ ଭାବିଲି ଯେ ତା ଲାଇଫ କେବେ ବି ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇପାରିବନି ତ ତାପରେ ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ପୋଏଟ ମାନେ ଲେଖିଥିଲି ଗୋଟେ ପୋଏମ ଲେଖିଥିଲି ଗୋଟେ ଓଡିଆ ପୋଏମ ଲେଖିଥିଲି ଅଫୁଟା ଫୁଲ ଅଫୁଟା ଫୁଲ ମୁଁ ଫୁଲ ବଗିଚାରେ ଫୁଟିବାକୁ ଚାହେଁ ହେଲେ ଫୁଟି ପାରେ ନାହିଁ ମୋ ଇଚ୍ଛାରେ ମାନେ ତାର ବି କିଛି ୱିଶ ଅଛି ବଟ୍ ସିଏ ତାର ସିଚୁଏସନ୍ସ ତାର ମାନେ ମାନେ ତାର ଯୋଉ ସିଏ ଚାହିଁଲେ ବି କିଛି କରିପାରିବ ମାନେ ସିଏ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଅଲଗା ପିଲାଙ୍କ ଭଳିଆ ତା ଲାଇଫ ହଉ ମାନେ ସିଏ ବି ଗୋଟେ ବେଟର ଲାଇଫ ପାଉ ବଟ୍ ସେଇ ଏଜରେ ଯେହେତୁ ଅଦର ଚିଲଡ୍ରେନ ମାନେ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ପାଠ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି କି ଦେ ଗେଟ୍ ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଏଭର ଦେ ୱାଣ୍ଟ ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ ମାନେ ମାନେ ଅଫୋର୍ଡ କରିପାରୁଛନ୍ତି ବଟ୍ ସେଇ ଝିଅଟା ସେଇ ଟାଇମରେ ବସିକିନା ମାନେ ଇଏ କରୁଛି ତ ସେଇଟା ମୋର ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ କମ୍ପୋଜିସନ ଥିଲା ପୋଏଟ୍ରି କମ୍ପୋଜିସନ
फर्स्ट जो दी लाइन भी आपन कहले बहुत सुंदर लागला सुनकी एंड इट वाज रियली अमेजिंग टू सी दैट मने भी अच्छी एक्चुअली सते पुराना पोएम मने भी अच्छी
सेटा 2000 आई थिंक 2-3 रो मु लिखिथिली सेटा
मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 10 ईयर प्लस रो पोएम मने भी अच्छी दैट इज रियली वंडरफुल साइन ऑफ अ इम्पेकेबल राइटर सो पोएट्री तो ठीक अछि बट आपण प्रोज भी लिखि जंती सो मते प्रोज रो किछटा क्वेश्चन थिला
ମୁଁ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଗୋଟେ ଓଡିଆର ମାନେ ଗପ ଯୋଉଟା କୁହନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ ସର୍ଟ ଷ୍ଟୋରି ସେଇଟା ବି କଲେଜରେ ଲେଖିଥିଲି ବଟ୍ ସେଇଟା ବି ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ଏମିତି ଛୋଟ ଝିଅର ଲାଇଫ ଉପରେ ହେଇଥିଲା ତା ଲାଇଫରେ କଣ କଣ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ସ ବଟ୍ ସେଇ ଷ୍ଟୋରିଟା କୁଆଡେ ପଳେଇଲି ମାନେ ମୋର ମାନେ କଲେଜ ପରେ ବହୁତ ଦିନ ଗ୍ୟାପ ରହିଗଲା ଲେଖା ଲେଖି ସହିତ ବିକଜ ଆଇ ୱାଜ ପ୍ୟାକ୍ଡ ୱିଥ ଦ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ୱାର୍କସ ରେସ୍ପନ୍ସିବିଲିଟିଜ ଆସିଗଲା ବାହାଘର ତାପରେ ଜବ୍ ତାପରେ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ନେଇକିନା ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ସେଇଥିରୁ ମାନେ ଲେଖୁଥିଲି ବଟ୍ ଏମିତି ଫ୍ଲୋରେ ଫ୍ରିକ୍ୱେଣ୍ଟଲି ଲେଖିପାରୁନଥିଲି ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ କି ସେଇ କମ୍ପୋଜିସନ ଟା କୁଆଡେ ପଳେଇଲା ସେ ଯୋଉ ଷ୍ଟୋରିଟା ମୁଁ ଲେଖିଥିଲି ସେଟା ତ ମିଳିଲାନି ମତେ ବଟ୍ ଏବେ ପୁଣି ଆଫ୍ଟର ବହୁତ ବର୍ଷ ମାନେ 4-5 ବର୍ଷ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ଗୋଟେ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଲେଖା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଲା ତାପରେ ଏବେ ପୁଣି କିଛି ବର୍ଷ ପରେ ପୁଣି ଥରେ ସେଇ ଫ୍ଲୋଟା ଆସିଗଲା ଆଉ
ସେ ଫ୍ଲୋଟା ଦରକାର ଥିଲା ବହୁତ ଅଧିକ ଆବଶ୍ୟକ ଥିଲା ଆମ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ୱେଲ୍ ମତେ ପ୍ରୋଜ ରୁ କିଛିଟା କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ୍ସ ଅଛି मतलब म्रिया रू से पर्टिकुलरली म्रिया रे ଯେତିକି ମୁଁ ଏବେ ଯାଏ ଜାଣିଛି 4ଟା କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟर्स ଅଛନ୍ତି ତ फ्रॉम योर पर्सपेक्टिव who would be your favorite character कि ये character जो दी real life में इतना ये वो best friend इतना था
obviously Aman.
अमन why मतलब तार characteristics exactly कौन है जैसे best friend
ମାନେ
material
ହଁ best friend ମାନେ ହଁ yes obviously ସିଏ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ପ୍ରିୟାକୁ ସେ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛି ମାନେ ଯଦି ସେ ଷ୍ଟୋରିଟା ତମେ ପଢିବ then you can get to know that କି ପ୍ରିୟାକୁ ସେ ଯେତିକି ବୁଝିପାରୁଛି ସେମିତି କେହି ବୁଝିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ତ ଆମ ସୋସାଇଟିରେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି women ମାନଙ୍କୁ ସେମିତି ହିଁ ଗୋଟେ ବେଷ୍ଟ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡ ଦରକାର ଇଭେନ୍ ଇଫ୍ ମେଲ୍ ହଉ କି ଫିମେଲ ହଉ ତ ମାନେ ଯିଏ ତମକୁ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ବୁଝିପାରିବ ସମଟାଇମ୍ସ ଆମ ଲାଇଫରେ କଣ ହୁଏ ନା ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଏଇଟା ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ରିଲେଟ୍ କରିକି ବହୁତ ସାରା ଏମିତି ଯେମିତିକି ଆମର ସୋସାଇଟିରେ ଡିଭୋର୍ସ ହଉଛି ସବୁ ଡିଭୋର୍ସ କାହିଁ ହଉଛି ବିକଜ ଅଫ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଓନ୍ଲି ରିଜନ୍ ମିସଅଣ୍ଡରଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡିଂ ମାନେ ସମଟାଇମ୍ସ ଦେ ବୋଥ ଆର୍ ନଟ୍ ରେଡି ଟୁ ଅଣ୍ଡରଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡ ଇଚ୍ ଅଦର ତ ଅମନ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମିରିଆକୁ ସବୁ ତାର ସବୁ ହିଡେନ୍ କ୍ୱାଲିଟିଜ ଖୋଜିକି ବାହାର କରିପାରୁଛି ତାକୁ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛି ତାର କଣ ମାନେ ନିଡ୍ସ ତାର କଣ ଡିଜାୟାର୍ସ ସେଟା ସେ ଫୁଲଫିଲ କରୁ କି ନ କରୁ ବଟ୍ ବୁଝିପାରୁଛି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ଦ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ସୋ ଯଦି ମତେ ବି କୁହାଯିବ କି କିଏ ତମକୁ ମାନେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟର ସେଥିରେ ମିଳିଲା ଦେନ୍ ଆଇ ವುଡ୍ ସେ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଅମନ
so do you find any hidden characteristics or personality traits of yourself in the characters
हाँ I can relate somehow some points in means with Mriya ना ଯେହେତୁ ମୁଁ ନିଜେ ହିଁ ମିରିଆକୁ ବିଲ୍ଡ କରିଛି ତ ମିରିଆର କିଛିଟା କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟରିଷ୍ଟିକ୍ସ ହଁ ଯେମିତି କି ଲାଇକ୍ ସେ ବହୁତ ଥିଙ୍କିଂ ଅବାଉଟ୍ ଅଦର୍ସ ଆଉ ତା ନିଜ ଠାରୁ ଅଧିକ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରାୟୋରିଟି ଦବା ତ ମୁଁ ବି ସେମିତି ମାନେ କିଛି ଟାଇମରେ ଥିଲି କି ବହୁତ ହି ଅଧିକ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରାୟୋରିଟି ଦବା ନିଜକୁ କମ ପ୍ରାୟୋରିଟି ଦବା ନିଜ ବିଷୟରେ ଟିକେ କମ ଭାବିବା I can relate with that one.
तो जदि ए चारटा कैरेक्टर्स को भितरु which would be that one character जहाँ को अपना like दिल से पूरा दिल से hate करते हैं is there a character like that
हेट तो कहि होबनी हेट काको करि होबनी because everyone is individual ना समस्तଙ୍କର individual personality different रहइबो हेट सेमते काको करि होबनी हां जदि कहबो disappointed character की I would say राजीव
why
because राजीव को जोटा बुझिया थिला सेटा अमन बुझिला
okay
so the story
yes okay
तो सेतबे
so we can say that he's kind of the anti-protagonist in the story is he
हाँ somehow anti-protagonist
okay that was really insightful about the book ଭଲ ହେଲା ବେଶୀ spoilers ବି ମିଳିଲାନି ଯୋଉମାନେ ପଢିନାହାନ୍ତି ଏବେ I would really request them to read this book because it's amazing and it really shows the deep depth of love if I would say really gives new angle to love
love is not about to means always you have to remain with each other all the time
as you said that I have a question regarding that actually both time bhabutli pachari boli the book has a little cliffhanger kind of ending right so it kind of ends with someone's absence itself so is it possible like even nowadays also it is a really thing that we are seeing amongst new couples and even say जिनसे कुछ भी relate करके if I say Leila Majnu were a really good example why because Majnu never loved Leila as a person but the absence को ही बहुत बहुत मिला कि Leila का absence को ही he was admiring so is it possible for a person to actually love someone's absence
yes definitely
like you love someone so much that the walls
love is always not about the presence ମାନେ ଖାଲି ଜଣଙ୍କ ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ ଆଉ ଜଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ ରହିଲେ ହିଁ ତାକୁ ହିଁ ଭଲ ପାଇ ହବ that is not about that
so but why like मतलब just asking कि present तो नहीं at the moment तो life में नहीं या फिर पाखरे नहीं whatever that is तो how can you love someone's absence like how is it possible
actually sometimes कौन हुए ना कि depth of love जो मैंने deeply love करें जेमती कि लैला मजनू कथा कहले तो different stages of love अछि तो ଗୋଟେ stage ପରେ you means
so it kind of ends with someone's absence itself so is it possible like even nowadays also it is a really thing that we are seeing amongst new couples and even say जिनसे कुछ भी relate करके if I say Leila Majnu were a really good example why Because Majnu never loved Leila as a person, but the absence को ही बहुत बहुत मिला कि Leila का absence को ही he was admiring. So, is it possible for a person to actually love someone's absence?
Yes, definitely.
Like you love someone so much that the walls
Love is
matter.
always not about the presence. ମାନେ ଖାଲି ଜଣଙ୍କ ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ ଆଉ ଜଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ ରହିଲେ ହିଁ ତାକୁ ହିଁ ଭଲ ପାଇ ହବ, that is not about that.
So, but why? Like, मतलब just asking कि present तो नहीं, at the moment तो life में नहीं या फिर पाखरे नहीं, whatever that is. तो how can you love someone's absence? Like, how is it possible?
Actually sometimes କ'ଣ ହୁଏ ନା କି depth of love ଯୋଉମାନେ deeply love କରନ୍ତି, ଯେମିତି କି ଲୀଲା ମଜନୁ କଥା କହିଲେ, so different stages of love ଅଛି. ତ ଗୋଟେ stage ପରେ you means don't imagine anyone else in that place. ତ ସେଠି ସେ present ଥାଉ କି absent ଥାଉ, your heart is only speaking about him or her, no one else. ତ ସେଠି ସେ ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ ର କିଛି ଅଦର ଲୋକର ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ କିଛି ମ୍ୟାଟର କରିବନି କି ତାର ଆବସେନ୍ସ ବି କିଛି ମ୍ୟାଟର କରିବନି.
So, do you
କାହିଁକି ନା ଯଦି ଆମେ କ'ଣ କରିବା ନା ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ ଟା ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କାହାର ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ ସବୁବେଳେ ନିଡ୍ କରୁଛେ, that means we are expecting. Expectation is not about unconditional love.
But
ଯଦି ମୁଁ ଏବେ କହିବି ଭଗବାନ ତ ତମକୁ ଆସିକି ଭଲ ପାଉନାହାନ୍ତି ନା, ତମ ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ, ତମେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ ଦେଖିପାରୁଛ, ବଟ୍ ୟୁ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଲଭ୍. ଆମେ ମନ୍ଦିର ଯାଉଛେ, ପୂଜା କରୁଛେ, କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ କରୁଛେ? ବିକଜ ଭଗବାନ. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେଇ ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଷ୍ଟେଜ ଲଭ୍ ରେ ହେଇଯାଏ କି ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେଇ ପର୍ସନ କୁ ନିଜର ଭଗବାନ ମାନିଦିଅ, ସେତେବେଳେ ତାର ପ୍ରେଜେନ୍ସ ଆଉ ଆବସେନ୍ସ ମ୍ୟାଟର କରେନି.
Do you feel like it is possible?
It is possible.
No, in this kind of.
In this world, because we are expecting. Human beings ମାନେ ସବୁବେଳେ expectation ରଖନ୍ତି. So whenever you expecting something from someone, तो ଏଟା ଟିକେ difficult ହୁଏ. But ହୁଏ, ବହୁତ ସାରା ମାନେ stories ଅଛି, ଲୀଲା ମଜନୁ, ରୋମିଓ ଜୁଲିଏଟ, ବହୁତ ସାରା love stories ଅଛି. ସେଠି ସେମିତି ହଉଛି absence ରେ ବି ଲୋକ ଭଲ ପାଉଛନ୍ତି, absence ତାକୁ ବି ନେଇକି ସେ ମାନେ ଲାଇଫ ଟାଇମ ବଞ୍ଚୁଛନ୍ତି. ଅମୃତା ଇମରୋଜ, if you have read that book, ଅମୃତା ଇମରୋଜ, ଅମୃତାର ଡେଥ୍ ପରେ ବି ଇମରୋଜ still ଲଙ୍ଗିଂ ରଖିଲା, ତାର ସିଏ ନିଜେ ରାଇଟର ହେଇଗଲା ଅମୃତା ପାଇଁ. ଇମରୋଜ was a painter earlier, but after means how much he loved Amrita, so after her death also he becomes a writer. He started writing about the life of Amrita. So ସେଥିପାଇଁ କି ଆମେ କହିପାରିବୁ ଯେ presence is all about the love.
What is easier, presence or absence? When suppose I love someone, so if I go absent out of his life, so is it easier for me to be absent of his life, or is it easier for me, like it is easier for him to love my absence?
Actually different perspectives এটা কথা, means like different perspectives, different kind of thought process is there. Presence matter କରିବ, but ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ନା ଗୋଟେ point ପରେ you are not going to always think about the presence of the person. Even if in the absence also you can appreciate, you can love that person. तो ମାନେ presence ଟା need ହବ, it is a kind of need. Presence ଟା ସବୁବେଳେ need ହବ, but ଗୋଟେ point ପରେ presence ର need ବି ଆଉ ରହିବନି.
You can just love the person.
Yes.
And with this note, it was really nice talking to you, knowing about you, knowing about your inspiration, and I'm sure you will become inspiration to many yourself. So it was really nice talking to her, and we would be knowing more about her, as like we have already known a lot about you, I guess, after this podcast. So it was a really insightful one. It was really a good journey talking to you. A teacher combined with being a writer and managing like her writing career and her teacher career, managing the stress of students. And of course,
I'm also very much proud as a teacher that I'm also my student. Now she's handling all these things. Very good host. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling me.
And thank you for you all to watching this patiently, watching me doing so much buck this patiently. And I would really appreciate you all, and I would also really appreciate you all to follow through the journey of the Metaphor Club for further new podcasts or any new updates regarding any writer or books, we would be doing this, continuing this, and your love will really do encourage us to continue this as much as we want. Thank you, ma'am. It was great having you, and thank you for your presence. It was really insightful talking to Mrs. Amrita Dash, and this was the very first episode of the Metaphor Club, and it was really insightful, it was really emotional, it was a whole lot of emotional ride. We'll be seeing you in the next one.